Hey, hey, hey.
That's pretty impressive.
Thank you.
Wow.
I'm out of breath. Welcome to the Full Timers podcast. I don't have any Halloween noises, do I?
Oh, yeah, you usually do that, right? Like
Do I
the
have Halloween? Oh, I got this.
spooky intro.
This is from last year. Did we do an episode last year?
Yeah.
Oh, right. At your uncle's house. Yeah. Okay. This is from last year. Is that dogs?
Something.
Is that in the soundbite?
Yeah,
I think it is.
Okay.
thought it was
I thought you had shades on, Roeun. I should get my shades. Welcome to the Full Timers podcast. I am Vila.
I am Roeun.
I'm Ricky.
Oh, you got to speak into the mic, Roeun. You got to get the mic towards you.
I am Roeun.
There you go.
There we go. Sorry.
It's a show where we have candid conversations that awkwardly navigate through the nuances of adulthood. But it is October and we're feeling a little festive. It's scary season, kind of. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We usually tell scary stories. Last year we had some recordings of scary stories from our friends and listeners that sent it through. We got one this year. Better than nothing, so it's good.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, Roeun, you said you had one.
Yeah, probably have two.
Two, okay.
Yeah.
I have one recent one, kind of, which I'll talk about in a little bit.
Okay.
But first, I would like to congratulate our boy, Varak. Wait, what is this? Well, not our boy, Varak. He got married to his beautiful wife, Kenya.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
It's been 2 weeks now. They've been married for 2 weeks.
Nice.
Which is wild. I was the best man. Did you see the best man? Did I send you the best man video?
No, I haven't seen anything.
Okay. I call it the bestest mensch.
Okay. I'm excited to see that.
If you don't know that reference, Ricky, what's that reference from?
From The Office?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it was a fun time, man. It was. He cried a lot, which I expected. He's a very emotional guy.
Mm.
You good, Roeun?
Yeah.
Okay. Try to get your hand off the mic and make a noise. Just put it on the armrest. When he had his first, or is it the first dance, or with your mom? No, it's just dancing with the mom, I guess.
Mm.
He was balling, man.
Mm.
Yeah, because he doesn't live with his mom anymore. He lives
Yeah.
out of state, so it was like,
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Very
Yeah.
emotional for him, so yeah.
yeah. Shout out to Varak.
Yeah, shout out to
Yes.
Mariah getting married.
I do have some stories about my trip to Memphis, though. Well, first off, happy Halloween. Before I get into the stories of Memphis,
Yeah, happy Halloween, people,
How,
listeners.
how's y'all's week been? A few weeks.
Pretty good.
He
Just,
gave it a thumbs up.
oh, yeah. Can't see it, but I
Yeah.
give a thumbs up. Yeah, not much change. I mean, the weather's changing a little bit, getting a little colder, so
I love
adjusting to that, and yeah, just preparing
for the
for-
apocalypse,
what's to come.
the horror apocalypse.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Horror.
I don't know.
Apocalypse.
Horror.
Mhm.
Roeun, how you been, man?
I've been alright. Yeah, it's been a while since we recorded.
Yeah, it's been a while since you came back from the woods. Remember?
Yeah, that was the last episode. Now I'm trying to get over this episode, but yeah, I think I have a spoiler for this episode, and then I actually have the stories to tell for this episode. So
Wait.
yeah,
Spoilers for what?
the little spoiler for the episode, and then I have the actual story that I need to tell. So,
Gotcha. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. For me, obviously, I went to Tennessee, came back. I had some traveling nightmares, which I'll talk about in a bit.
Did you run into a bear?
No, that's you, man. No. So I got an update on my condo. The builder texted me, said December for sure. So December, guys, I'll be moving.
Nice.
Nice. I'll be flying the coop. Is that the phrase? I don't know. Spreading my wings and fly away. I guess.
Oh,
Something like that.
You can't say that? Can't say that. Okay. Well, I'm sure that's a common saying, right?
I don't know.
Okay. Condo. I bought a sofa. It's gonna take 9 weeks to get here, so I timed it right. Hopefully, it'll arrive when I move in. But then I looked at reviews of the company itself, which I should have done well before,
Uh-oh.
and I've seen some bad reviews saying their customer service is not good, and that a lot of people hadn't got their sofas or whatever on time. But I wonder if they realized that it had the expected delivery dates on when they ordered it, you know, because mine says 9 weeks, so I'm gonna expect it in 9 weeks.
Yeah,
but I wonder if they didn't notice that, you know, because they didn't mention any of that on their comments,
right? Like how long they said was he expecting,
or even when they ordered it from when they wrote that comment.
Yeah.
So that's that. I was so tempted to buy or order a 80-inch TV the other day, but I was like, I should just wait until Black Friday. Plus, I have no room at the place I'm at anyway. But I did start packing. Ricky, would you like to help me move?
Yeah, if you need help.
Okay. It's not a lot of stuff. It's just my comic books and my video.
Yeah, help you move your comic books.
And my
That's
video
fine.
equipment. The only big thing I have is my computer, my desk, my bed, and that's it. I don't have any dressers. So
Okay, yeah, that's not bad.
yeah, it should be good. Yeah, man, I'd be flying the coop. So my trip to Memphis, I left Thursday morning. Was it the 6th? And went to the airport. Flying there was fine. No problems flying to Memphis. It was 2 stops. Stopped in Charlotte and then went to Memphis. It was coming back home that was a nightmare for me. So during the reception at Varak's wedding, while I was dancing, I got a notification on my watch that said, I glanced at it, it says something canceled. I was like, oh crap, what's canceled? Why is that going off now? And then looked at my phone. It says my flight going home from Memphis to Richmond got canceled. It's like, crap. So I went to the back. Luckily, the whole ceremony was done with and all that stuff. Everybody was just dancing anyway. So went to the back. Spent a good 40 minutes trying to figure out what's going on and then book a flight immediately. The cheapest flight going from Memphis to Richmond was $1,600.
What?
Yes. And I was like, man, okay, American Airlines, that's what canceled my flight. Or the airline I was with. They were saying, we're going to book you on the next flight, but I'm not going to wait because, whatever. I'm not going to wait. So then I went on Google again to check the flights. 1,600 was the cheapest flight with Delta. So I bought that ticket.
Did they say why was that price?
No, because it's like a short notice thing. That's what I'm assuming.
Oh, okay.
Short notice.
But still, man, 1,600.
I know, it's a lot. So I kept my American Airlines flight as they were still trying to reschedule my flight. So after, and I already bought the Delta ticket, 1,600. Already bought that, but I kept the other one just in case. And when I got back to Varak's house that night, American Airlines texted me or emailed me again saying, we booked you a flight for Monday instead of the Sunday that I originally had. Like, now I can't wait for Monday because I have a lot of work to finish up for the week. So I canceled the American Airlines, kept the Delta flight that I bought that same night. So I was supposed to be at the airport 4 a.m. Delta flight was leaving at 4 p.m., which is fine. I spent more time with Varak. Which I was like, you know what? This is probably a blessing in disguise because if Varak was drunk, he couldn't drive me that morning. So it was good. I got to hang out with them a little bit longer before they, don't see him again for a while. Now here's the nightmare part. So the flight from Memphis had a stop to Atlanta. That was fine. But the connecting flight was so close together, I had to rush off the plane and run to the next gate. The next gate was probably like half a mile.
So like classic movie trope.
Yeah, I ran. I was sweating. My AirPods was soaked. I was like, oh, this is disgusting. That's one thing I hate. My pet peeve is sweating in that's not my gym clothes. Because now I'm just like sitting in the plane like just soaked, kind of. And so I got off as the plane. What do you call it? When they go into the tunnel thing, what do you call it? Like a docking station, I guess. Oh, it's in Atlanta. When the plane locks into that tunnel so you could leave to the airport.
Yeah.
Apparently they were doing some before they were letting people out. They had to do some updates to the plane first. Now it's cutting into my running times. Oh crap! I really got to run now. Because but the plane laid at 9:00 Eastern time. in Atlanta. The connected flight would leave at 9:45, and that update took 20 minutes. It's like, oh crap! So usually I don't stand up right away to get my bag out because you're gonna have to wait anyway. But I had to jet out of there. I got my bag, and then I couldn't get out because they were updating the plane. 20 minutes, got off that plane. Luckily, I had a map of the Atlanta airport on my phone, so I knew where I was going. So I had to run a half a mile to the next gate to catch my flight to Richmond from Atlanta. But they had this bullet train thing. Luckily, I was on that. Sweating when I got to the gate, boarded. That was fine. That's the whole nightmare part. Luckily, it didn't happen to me because I found out when I landed in Richmond. But my friend apparently, I don't know if you met him, Joel. We did the escape room together.
Oh yeah,
the black guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So apparently, I found out he was on the flight with me.
Oh really?
To Atlanta to Richmond. So here's how I found out. I got the wing seat because that was the cheapest seat. Cheapest for $1,600. And then there was 2 empty seats in front of me where the wing was. And they were doing roll call for some reason to all the empty seats. And the lady called out, his name is Harrison. I'm not going to say his last name. They called out Harrison. And I was like, wait, is it the same Harrison that I know? So before we took off and leave service, I texted him. He said, I think you're supposed to be on my flight. And then I didn't get a response back because we were already in the air. So when I landed, I checked my phone. And then it said on his Instagram story, he was like, great, I'm stuck in Atlanta because the bullet train just broke down and I missed my gate.
Man.
Yeah, I was like, yo, I was on that flight. I was just on that train too. And that train could have broke if I didn't sprint. You know?
Dang.
So it's wild. So he missed his flight. I don't know how he got back. I didn't talk to him about how he got back, but if I, just casually walked to the gate or whatever, or to the train,
Could have missed it.
that train could have broke, and I'll be stuck in Atlanta, paying more money. I don't know.
That's
Either
crazy.
they would have rerouted me, or whatever. So I got lucky, and that's my traveler nightmare story. So while we were in Memphis the whole time, Varak had got an Airbnb for his family that came to visit, also from Virginia. And it was a nice little hipster college town where the Airbnb was. Imagine like a museum district, the fan area type homes, like old fashioned.
Yeah.
But it's upscale now because of the area. So apparently, when we visited that Airbnb that Thursday night, eat dinner with his parents and uncles and aunties. I think it's loud, and everybody was in the kitchen hanging out.
Yeah.
You done?
Yeah. Sorry.
Where everybody's in the kitchen hanging out, drinking, having, laughing and stuff. And I was in a part of the kitchen where the threshold of the hallway in the kitchen was. I was just standing there, and Varak's brother's girlfriend was also standing there. We were just talking and stuff, and then as we were just, people watching in a way, I heard a faint scream on the other side of the hallway. Not in the kitchen, but behind me. Mind you, everybody's in the kitchen. So I don't know where the scream came from. It was very faint. Think of it as to me, it sounded like a cat from far away. But we looked outside, we didn't see any animals or heard any, running around grass or anything. So, and I was like, the girlfriend's name was Linda. I was like, Linda, do you hear that? She was like, hear what? You heard the scream too? It's like, yeah. I was like, that was so fucking weird. So we were trying to process what was going on. There was a basement that was near the threshold of entrance, and it was locked. I guess Airbnbs do that. They lock places where you don't want the guests to enter. But it just, after that, it felt weird because I heard a very faint scream. Super faint. If it was a cat at the end of the curb, it would have been a little bit more distinct than defined. But this was like a muffled, faint scream. It was but more of a high pitch. I can't do this. It was very short too. I can't describe it. So the next day, I didn't tell anybody this, and Linda didn't tell anybody this. I just told Linda. That's it. So the next day we got to the it was a Friday, so we got to the rehearsal at the venue, and Varak came up to me. He was like, "Yo," because he knows I'm into paranormal and horror and stuff. He said, "Yo, my mom said, or his auntie." He said, "My auntie saw an apparition last night in the hallway." I was like, "What?" And I was like, "Wait, at the Airbnb?" He's like, "Yes." She said she saw something. And then that's when I shot at Linda. Linda, come here. And then, right, tell her what you said. He said, "Yeah, I saw that my auntie saw an apparition at the hallway in the Airbnb." And I looked at Linda. She looked at me, and we were like, "Yo, we heard a scream last night at the Airbnb." He's like, "Are you serious?" And we didn't tell anybody this. So there's no way they would have fabricated it or play it up. But like, because I asked the auntie, he was like, "Yeah, I was going. I think she was going to the hallway to use the bathroom or something like that, and she saw an apparition down the hall. She didn't pay it any mind. Like she saw it, but she didn't want to acknowledge it. I guess." He's like, "That's scary."
Wow.
But yeah, that I wanted to go back there that night and be like, "Yo, let's do some investigation." Like, nah, I don't want it to follow me home. Yeah,
Don't tempt it.
yeah. So that's my new latest paranormal story.
It's always some colonial thing. You said the house was like kind of like that, right?
Yeah.
Colonial.
Like it's weird because in Richmond, the fan homes and the museum district, they're Victorian. I don't know what style the Memphis homes were, but yeah. So.
Wow. That's interesting.
All right. That segues into a scary story that I have sent from a listener. He didn't specify if he wanted to be anonymous, and I didn't listen to it. So if he name drops his name, I'm sorry. I should have asked you beforehand. But yeah, we have one story. Y'all ready for it?
Late 80s, early 90s, Richmond, Virginia, Pine Camp Community Arts Center. Word is that the building is haunted by a ghost named Huckabuck Marie. Not necessarily the building itself, but the whole campgrounds of Pine Camp. The way that the rumor goes is that if you go into the bathroom, put water on your hands, and then sprinkle that water on the mirror, turn the lights out, close the door, say Huckabuck Marie's name 3 times, she will appear in the mirror. So me and a friend of mine, we did that. Said her name, we splashed the mirror, we closed the door, we turned the lights off. Instantly, the temperature dropped almost 10 degrees. I'm telling you that it was nuts. We tried to get out, we couldn't. We were banging on the door trying to get out. Then all of a sudden, the door opens wide and we go flying out of the bathroom. Then as we're leaving the building to go home, we see arrows, not like real arrows in at least 6 trees on our way out. So the next day we tell the camp director, and he's like, yeah, there was a rumor that someone was killed at Pine Camp, that her name was Marie. I don't know where the Huckabuck came from, but it kind of gave validity to what was happening. So the building is still there at Pine Camp, but they don't use it. I don't know why they haven't knocked it down yet or condemned it, but it's crazy. So from that day on, I was never in Pine Camp after 8 p.m. Also, I don't know if there was a hotline in Richmond that everybody knew this lady's number. And we don't know if she was a ghost or if she was a demon, but everybody had her number. And after school, we would call it, and she would say obscenities to us like, F you kids, and blah, 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 and I'm going to kill you, and I'm going to murder you when I find you. Everybody had her number, and it was routine that we called her every day after school. Richmond. It's wild, yo.
I didn't expect that last part.
Yeah.
That was something else.
Thank you for that story,
Yeah, that's
listener.
great.
I don't know if you want to be anonymous or not.
Yeah, we'll just leave them alone.
Yeah, the first story. You know, it's weird. That's a common thing, right? Like saying a name a number of times in front of a mirror and something
Yeah, it's
happens.
like Bloody Mary. And
That, and I guess Candyman is a
Candyman.
variation of that. Now this story. I wonder, how did that even happen? It's like some thing of like voodoo or black magic thing? I don't know.
spells.
I get
something.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's crazy though.
Have you ever done or know anybody that done like the Bloody Mary thing?
I think we get close, like when the kids in our family were younger.
Oh no! Wait,
but
what?
not do it all the way, you know. Just
Oh,
sit.
God.
I think Tino said it before. Like he would do that, like sit in the dark in the bathroom.
wow.
By himself?
Maybe with other
Oh,
family
no.
members.
Yeah.
Just like say Bloody Mary maybe twice and then be done with it.
Chicken out.
Yeah. or
Yeah.
something.
I remember. I think I might have told y'all this when I was like in 5th grade at the school we went to. Excuse me. During recess, there was like a group of girls that got into that stuff, and they tried Bloody Mary in their girls' bathroom during recess. I just remember one time they all went in there. I guess they did it, and they came out screaming. I don't know why. I guess we were like 10 years old, 11 years old. I guess they just
Young kids. Mm-hmm.
like their imagination took over and it went wild. But who knows if it really happened? I don't know.
Mm.
But hey, I wouldn't do any of that stuff. I don't mess with that stuff. I don't mess with the Ouija boards. I don't mess with other things. I don't know.
I feel like scary things in general, it's kind of scarier when it happens in the daytime. Like you said, it was during recess or whatever.
Yeah.
Just because, like you was like normally you'd think daytime would be like the safe times,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
if something scary happens in the daytime, like no time's safe.
I know.
Kind of thing,
Yeah, that's true. Has there been a horror movie where things occurred during the day?
Hereditary. It was a lot
True.
of daytime stuff. I think that's what made it scary a lot.
Yeah.
It's just things would happen no matter what time of day
Yeah.
it was, especially in the daytime. All that natural lighting and stuff. It was
Yeah.
eerie, man.
But I think that's why a lot of movies work at night, because it's always that you don't see things, But if it's during the daytime, you see a lot of angles of your area. And
Yeah.
all right, things getting freaky. I don't know, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Good
no,
stuff.
no recent scary things.
No, no. I mean, I don't. I mean, I feel like it's not really worth mentioning.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if I told you guys, but like one of my plates and a fork have gone missing. I don't know where they've been. Like I figured maybe the fork was accidentally thrown out, but I don't think a plate could be thrown out that easily,
Yeah.
without people noticing. So I don't know what those things are, because I have like a set of 4 of each, forks and plates.
Yeah.
So now we're down to 3 of each of those.
That's odd.
Yeah, and then for a little while, I was like missing my belt that I like wear all the time, every
Yeah.
day. I put it in the same place every day. Couldn't find it for like 2 days. So I thought that was weird, but then eventually I found it
Okay.
at the bottom of my hamper or whatever.
You think? Wait, I'm sure you asked Alex already, right?
Yeah, he didn't know anything.
That's weird.
Yeah,
Nobody's come by. I'm assuming, right?
I mean, sometimes like family comes hangouts when we do
Yeah,
the
but they
movie
wouldn't-
nights.
I mean, I know I returned my plate when I used it.
Oh yeah, I know. I mean, yeah, I was just answering your question, but no one's come by.
yeah.
Just pretty straightforward. But yeah,
Hey, yeah, where would it go then? You can't really throw away a plate. You have to know you're throwing away a plate.
yeah, I don't know. It's
That's
weird.
Yeah. Rude. You want to do the scary story?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the scary story. Then I'm gonna do the I guess the teaser last.
Oh, there's teasers and spoilers now.
I guess I don't know what you want to call that little short story.
Short story.
I'm gonna get to the meat and the potatoes of the main focus. So yeah, when I was a little kid, right? I guess I was playing on that one street so often that I would never picture it at nighttime. So I guess in one of my dreams, I guess I pictured it in my head, and I guess it's something happened years ago, and now I think the dream like come back to haunt me. So yeah, so like there's a street that's like near my house, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like I guess it was a new subdivision getting built like recently. But this is like the place where the subdivision is now, like years and years and years ago.
Are you talking about suburban?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then there was another part of another main road to get to my neighborhood. So like, yeah, so it was like a couple of houses, like I guess down the street from me, right? So they had like a big tree in the backyard, and then they had like a building, and then they had like I guess a big I don't know, something in the back. So yeah.
Okay.
So at nighttime, I was like, what this place look like at nighttime. So yeah, so this place, I was looking at this place like down the street from the end of my road years ago when I was a little kid.
Okay.
And then now when I look at the street, it looks all built and stuff. So yeah, I was like, wow, what happened? And then the other day, I was like, I had fallen asleep, and I was dreaming about this, and I was like, walking down that one road like years ago when I was a little kid, just being by myself, like just going down there by myself, like sleepwalking in the middle of the night, like freaking like probably like 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, you were sleepwalking?
That's what I imagined in my dream, but I didn't know if it was true. Because this was like one of my visions in my head. Because sometimes when I doze off, sometimes I have a scary like vision or something that randomly comes in my head.
So you think it's like your dream? It felt so real.
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, like that state of mind or something. Like yeah.
That's weird. Wait, what building is this again? Is it? You said a house and there's a big tree in the building?
Yeah, it used to be a house, and then it used to be a tree.
Used to be a house.
Used to be a house, and then it used to be a big tree next to the house.
And what is it now? A building?
Yeah, it's a building.
You talking about the new development?
Yeah, from years ago. So like every time I go past every time I go on the other side of, I get goosebumps in that neighborhood, other side of the neighborhood, not on my side, but the other far end, past on the other side of Broad Street, like if you're going towards past the hospital.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think you saw again? I'm sorry.
I think it might have been a vision or something crazy, that life experience or something coming.
Oh, like an outer body.
Or something coming to haunt me, or I'm getting dementia or something. I'm getting old.
Dementia? You're only 40-something years old, man.
I mean, I've been having some crazy thoughts, man.
Like what?
I'll save it for another podcast.
Yeah, I think it's a good time.
Nah, I'll save it for another podcast. Or better yet, I'll save it for a solo podcast.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Dang, man. Yeah, I never had like sleepwalking dreams. Have I? No, I haven't. Like a dream felt so real that I thought it was real. No, I haven't had sleep paralysis in years since I left that bedroom. You ever had those dreams where you're falling or just you're suspended in the air, and then suddenly you drop and you wake up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever had those?
Mm-hmm.
Like when I was a kid, I always had those dreams where I'm like on a floating skateboard or something like that,
Oh wow.
and I would fly through the backyard,
Mhm.
and then I wake up and I feel like I fall in bed, like on top of the bed. It is weird.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm just jolting or I really did fall. But
Sometimes those things happen to me. Not recently, but back in the day, it would. But it would like sync up with my alarm clock too.
oh, really?
Like it would feel the drop coming, and then as soon as it drops, my alarm would go off too. It's just weird how that syncs up.
Did it go off on the dot? Like
Yeah.
6:30, for example? Did it go off right on 6:30?
Yeah. It's weird. Like, yeah. It just like.
I wonder if
how that happens.
your body clock just knows like
That is about to be.
yeah,
Yeah.
6:30.
I feel like that's probably the
circadian
case.
rhythm. Yeah.
I had a crazy dream a couple nights ago.
You kinda-
Yeah, I had a crazy dream couple nights ago. So yeah, I was imagining myself, I guess floating in the air in like a big empty airspace and just like floating in the air
Mhm.
for like at least like probably let's say about 3 hours, and then like
Dang.
woke up and then like felt like my back hurting the next morning. I was like, wow, what happened?
It's weird. I feel like your dreams is telling you things that I guess like your body is trying to tell you something. Like your dream, for example, you said you woke up and your back hurts.
Yeah,
I think you just have a bad bed.
yeah.
Or your body's in an awkward position, so your body starts aching. Like last night, I sleep on my side sometimes, but my hips, it does a weird thing anyway, and my back gets sore in the morning because of the awkward position I'm sleeping in. I think it's just because you're in that position for so long, it starts aching. But other than that, I mean, and if you feel like, do you think your dreams telling you something that something's wrong or happening?
For me personally, I don't think so. I mean, I rarely ever dream at all, anyways.
Okay.
So, I can't really speak on that
Yeah,
too
yeah.
much.
Yeah, I just feel like it's manifesting a visual that you would understand of things going on internally, externally in life, you know?
Okay, yeah, in that sense,
You know what I
I
mean?
do believe that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it helps you like mentally work out things that you're either consciously or subconsciously
Or make you aware
think about.
of things. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I was a child, I used to pee the bed. So I used to pee the bed when I was a kid. And I always have dreams of me,
Go ahead.
of me going to the toilet and using the bathroom.
Yeah.
It turns out it's really me peeing the bed.
Even now?
No.
No.
I know now, like when I have those dreams, like, okay, I gotta use the bathroom.
Dude, yeah, I was about to say like sometimes I would have those too, like I would like pee in the dream. It
Yeah.
feels so real too, like I actually went. But
It's
when
warm.
when I wake up I haven't peed or anything.
Yeah.
Which I don't know, it's so weird because it feels so real, but then when I wake up I was like, oh, I didn't pee at all.
Oh, yeah, that's weird. Man,
I'm glad my bladder holds up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, I'm so disappointed one morning. I think I might have told y'all this numerous times. In my dream, I smelled egg rolls frying. And then I was so excited because typically when my mom cooks, I could smell it, like, you know, early in the morning. And then the same thing happened. I smelled egg rolls in my dream, like frying in the house. I was like, oh, yeah. In my head, I'm like, yes, my mom's making egg rolls while I'm still sleeping. And then,
That's crazy. I don't think I've ever thought about
Really?
smelling in a dream.
it's weird.
With
Yeah.
that
So,
sense.
yeah, I woke up, you know, I was like, yes, my mom made egg rolls. I'm about to eat some for lunch. Went downstairs. There was no egg rolls at all.
Disappointing.
The pot, there was no oil in the pot or anything. It's like, what the heck? Did I dream?
Yeah.
Did I really dream of egg rolls? I must have been a really fat kid. Anyway, that's not a scary story. But Roeun, you had another one?
Yeah.
What you got?
Oh, so 2 weekends ago, right? I was working, right?
Sorry, pull it closer to you.
I was working and I was taking the trash out at work. So I saw something go in the dumpster. I saw an animal go into the dumpster. I thought it was a cat.
That's an animal.
No, at first I thought it was a cat going in the dumpster, rummaging around.
Uh-huh.
I go towards the dumpster and I look behind the dumpster. I see a dang raccoon.
And then what happened?
The raccoon tried to get near me.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. So I freaking took the trash bag and tried to throw it towards the raccoon.
Okay.
Try to make it go away.
Wait, with the trash in it?
There was actual trash in the trash that I was trying to throw at the raccoon.
With the big bag, right?
Yeah.
So he's trying
And
to...
he tried to throw a trash bag at a raccoon.
And you know what I did? I dropped the damn trash bag. I was like, forget it. And then freaking ran back to the front of the store and locked the front door and told my manager.
Like the raccoon could open the door.
Yeah.
He locked it.
And I ran
Yeah,
like
you
a
never
little
know.
sissy girl, like a little girl's running after her first blind date.
Let's not say that. Let's just say you're a scared person.
Yeah.
That's funny, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
I mean, that was probably the right move though, because you got to be careful of that rabies.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
never know.
that's why I ran.
Okay, let me get this straight. You threw a full trash bag at the raccoon.
Yeah.
Did it work?
Yeah, I guess it was the raccoon ran off.
Did the bag rip at all? Did it?
No,
Nothing.
I went back outside to see if anything happened to the bag or ripped or anything, but the trash bag was fine like an hour later.
Hour later, you went back.
Yeah, because my heart was racing after looking at the dang raccoon.
Oh my god, that's funny.
At first, I thought it was a dang cat going in the dumpster, but yeah, that's funny. That's a life-altering experience.
Wow.
Shortest 30 minutes of my life coming in an altercation with a dang raccoon.
That's a good movie right there. First you get lost in the woods, now you gotta fight raccoons in the city. That's funny.
What next?
I don't know. What is next for Roeun?
I don't
Bigfoot? Sasquatch? The next time you go fishing to come across from the Loch Ness Monster and stuff? Yeah. Yeah, that's a short episode today, yo. Anything else that y'all want to talk about?
Halloween coming up next weekend, I guess.
Yeah, I mentioned this to myself. I talk to myself sometimes. And I mentioned this to myself, like, man, I've been so busy this whole year that I did not consume an unhealthy amount of horror content, movies, TV shows this month.
Yeah.
I was so sad with myself. But damn, that's like my go-to
The
month.
time.
Yeah.
That's the time. Yeah.
But I did started to get to go on. I started to watch that little series on Netflix,
What's it called?
Squid Game. Yeah.
What do you think about it, Ricky? Did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it. I don't want to get too deep into it, but
Yeah.
yeah, I liked it. It was good.
Would you ever,
Do that? No.
if you, I mean, they didn't know what they got themselves into. Like, if you had the opportunity to make a lot of money just by playing some games.
The way they initiated or recruited the dude, that's a red flag to me already.
What the card game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The slammer. It was like Pog, right?
I guess
The
that's
game?
how it works. You gotta make it flip?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. I don't know. Roeun, you remember how to play Pogs?
Yeah.
How do you play it?
If you're if the blank side goes appears on the faces up, you get the other person's pog.
Yeah.
It is
whatever you
Pogs.
bet.
Then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Would I do it? No. I wouldn't do it. I don't know. I mean, in hindsight, I wouldn't do it, but who knows? I have a feeling that I'm going to see a bunch of those costumes
Oh yeah, for sure.
this Halloween.
The pink soldiers,
Pink
and
soldiers, the green
tracksuits.
Yeah, tracksuits. Maybe that
people
black
giving out
mask.
Yeah, the lead character.
people
yeah.
giving out the sugar cookies.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Which is caramel? What is it?
I think it was just sugar and
Just melted
something
sugar, right?
else. Yeah, something
Caramel,
like that.
yeah. That is how you make caramel. Anyway, that's the end of the episode, y'all. Episode 49? 48.
48.
Let me get that right. 48.
48.
Oh, not that one.
Oops, wrong sound bite.
No.
Or maybe yes.
Oh, edit that.
There it is. 48. Any new music? Nothing.
Any new
you sent
music?
me some R&B stuff.
Oh yeah. Genevieve's Division.
Mm-hmm.
The album's Division, but yeah, I've been listening to that recently. That came out in like September, but I don't know. I heard one of the songs, like, you know, when you're like playing your playlist you have, and then it goes to the end, and then it plays like recommended songs, or I don't know if it does on Apple Music. It does, yeah. And then one of her songs came out. I was like, yeah, I like that. So I checked out the rest, and yeah, it's been pretty solid. So
yeah, I've been trying to find some new musicians similar to stuff I've been listening to, like Blood Orange and all that stuff.
Yeah,
some are okay, some are not my style. But I mentioned this earlier. I listened to the Nas album again. Ricky, I like it, man. I don't know why I didn't like it before. I think it's the first half of the album. It was like, okay, this sounds like the last one. But the second half, it got better.
Yeah, I have to listen to it again. It's been a little while, but
I'm on the Gold Digger sound again.
Oh yeah,
I appreciate it again.
nice.
You know?
That's awesome.
I think as a whole, it works together.
Yeah,
You can't pick out one song and then enjoy that one song.
yeah, it's pretty consistent.
Yeah.
As a full package deal.
Other than that, yeah, man. Kanye, I haven't revisited. Not same with CLB, so don't have the time to spend to revisit those. Yeah, episode 4848.
All right.
We always end the show with shout outs. I would like to shout out once again my boy Farak and his now wife Kenya. They were in Jamaica. They also had travel nightmares from what he's been telling me. Southwest has been canceling flights left and right.
Dang.
I don't want to dive into that, but they've been canceling flights.
Sorry to hear.
But they're back home now with the doggies. Their dogs are so adorable. They're big old dogs, but they're so nice. the brown one, Gordo, is a pit bull. He's like a big old baby teddy bear, but he's huge. Like he's 90 pounds.
Wow.
So you can't, like, if you take your eyes off and he's running around, watch your legs. He'll take you out. But he's a teddy bear, man.
That's awesome.
Bruno is awesome. He's not supposed to jump on the beds or get on the beds at their house. But in the guest room, I let him get on the bed.
Teaching bad habits.
Uncle does that, you know. And we were just watching. There's a TV in the room. We were just watching Good Mythical Morning on YouTube together.
He was watching it too.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Shout out to Bruno and Gordo.
Yeah.
Shout out to Drano. Oh, I did another podcast on Thursday night. It was a wrestling podcast. We talked wrestling. Shout out to Mark Cheats, Ty No Dollar No Signs also on it, and I forgot. I'm so sorry. I forgot the other person's name. Shout out to my friend Lorena. She's almost done with her grad school program. Just because. Shout out to Ian. Shout out to my brothers. My nephew for getting his first job. I'm getting old now. And that's it. Yeah. Rude?
Let
Ricky?
go first.
Shout out to my family. Shout out to you guys. Everyone out there, make sure to drink plenty of water. Get some quality rest. Eat some good food. And that's it.
Wise words from the wise man.
Shout out to my other favorite two in the room. Shout out to my boy Kicks Boomin.
Yes.
Shout out to one of my mentors at work.
Okay.
Shout out to my work company.
Okay.
Big shout out to my peoples that's doing curbside service.
Okay.
Shout out to the Ubers and DoorDash drivers.
All right.
Shout out to all the essential workers.
All right.
Shout out to the Amazon driver.
Okay.
And shout out to the whole everybody listening to us on the podcast on all the platforms.
Yes. One last thing, y'all. Sorry, I gotta do this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, Wednesday night was a big momentous night. The New York Knicks are back, baby! They beat the Boston Celtics in double overtime. Shout out to Julius Randle for dropping 34 points. Evan Fournier for dropping 32 points. RJ Barrett junior year. And they massacred the Orlando Magic last night. Like almost 30 points.
Wow, nice.
The only way is up. And shout out to Obi Toppin for coming out and balling out like usual. Second year. What second year slump? I don't know what that is. The Bulls? No.
Shout out to the Bulls. Good team right now. I'm happy with it.
All right, y'all.
That's the end of the episode.
Yeah, you could find the show on social medias, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at FullTimersPod. If you have any questions that you would like to hear us answer, you could email the question or leave a comment in our DMs. Email is fulltimerspodcast@gmail.com. You could find me on Instagram and Twitter at Vilacron. And don't add me on Facebook because I will decline your request and I will treat you like the red light, green light game in Squid Games. Rude, where can I find you at?
Oh, you can find me, you can Google me, just type me in on Google. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Yeah, you can find me on all the social media platforms. Just Google me.
I have music on SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/boxalive.
Yo, who's that? Who's in your backyard?
Where?
It was a lady walk by.